Hey guys, I'm Sid Schumann with PlayStation Blog, and we're in New York City, just a few minutes before PS4 makes its grand debut in North America. Before Jeff Keighley and Spike TV dish out a bunch of exclusives on upcoming PS4 games, I wanted to share a few of my favorites. First, let's check in with the guys from infamous Second Son. Sucker Punch Productions are cooking up something special, and we've got the full scoop.
We designed Infamous Second Son really for the new player. If you're someone who's played Infamous 1 and Infamous 2, it's going to be a richer experience. There are going to be things you pick up. If there's holographic graffiti in the game, you're going to understand it. You'll know how the world got to be the way it is because you will have played it. But if you haven't played Infamous 1 and 2, you're going to have just as much fun. The game, the controls, the characters have all been reworked to not require any knowledge of Infamous 1 and 2. It's just a great experience. The PS4, for us, it's been great. We can run at full 1080p, 30 frames a second, rock solid, and just throw tons and tons of triangles and tons of pixels and tons of particles at the screen. It's just amazing. It's actually been a surprise that it's been as easy for us to get the game to run and as fast as it does and to look as spectacular as it does. The DualShock 4 is awesome. The new controller is spectacular. It's the best video game controller ever. And they've done a great job on the actual mechanics and electronics in the controller. It's much more precise. It's much quicker. And that adds a feeling of tightness to the game. You know, there's a less of a lag between you thinking you want to do something and you actually seeing the character do it. It's just awesome. Infamous Second Son will be in stores early next year.
We're back in New York City just minutes from PS4's debut. If you hadn't noticed over my shoulder here, that's the standard Highline. It's been decked out to evoke the look and feel of PS4. But let's not get too sidetracked. I want to check in with the guys at Guerrilla Games. They're working on Killzone Shadowfall, and it promises to be their most visually spectacular shooter yet.
When we first were dealing with the specs, kind of going, okay, so what are we going to do with this? Where are we heading? What will constitute kind of a next-gen game? And the thing that we immediately gravitate towards is resolution. That's the first thing people will notice. I mean, the first thing people will see, you'll notice the 1080p straight away. It's just this crisper fidelity, and it's the thing that stands out immediately. Once you start playing in that fidelity and at that frame rate, and with that level of detail in the textures, with that level of dynamism in kind of the levels, the draw distance, we just really wanted to have that. What we really wanted to do is give the player more control. It should be the player who's driving the story forward. It should be the player deciding when to go into action. And so big decisions that we made is make sure the story is told from a first-person perspective, make sure all of the gameplay is all kind of actioned by you. And that's really where kind of the custom war zones came from as well, where we give them all of these options, all of these maps, and we make sure that we stay on kind of the community and onto the game after launch. You got 10 maps on the disc, but we're going to continue to make maps. So there's every time you log into Killzone, there's something new to play for. I mean, that's the cool thing. We're going to see how people respond to the game and what we want to do next. And there's loads of ideas floating around.
That was Killzone Shadowfall. Not bad for a launch title, eh? Next up, let's touch base with Housemarque. They're best known for Super Stardust HD and Dead Nation on PS3, and now they're here to blow you away on PS4 with Resogun.
We want Resogun to be for PS4 what Stardust was for PS3. Hello, I'm Michael Haveri. I'm the PR dude for Resogun. Resogun is an arcade-style shoot-'em-up for the new generation. The whole world in Resogun is made out of voxels. They're volumetric elements that have their own lights and physics, and they explode in magnificent ways and they go all crazy around the screen. Working with the PlayStation 4 has been a really awesome experience. Just the pure power of that machine is incredible. And with Housemarque being a really technology-centered company, we've had this kind of freedom to do all kinds of things and not compromise anywhere. It is the most important thing to have full HD at 60 frames per second. I cannot downplay the fact that for a game like this, it is that or nothing at all. So this is the first time in history when we can, have the cake and eat it too. It's like the best of both worlds. Resogun is available for the PS4 at launch and is free for the PS Plus. Resogun, greatness awaits.
Housemarque showing how it's done on PS4. Next up, let's touch base on Knack. This is the brainchild of PS4 system architect Mark Cerny, best known for games like Crash Bandicoot and Jak and Daxter. Knack takes place on PS4 in 1080p, and we've got the full story.
Your door is here.
There's some writing here. It's not good news. It says that beyond this door is tremendous danger.
Now, how long will it take us to get there?
We're going there?
What were the ambitions and the goals behind Knack?
The idea for Knack was to have a game for everyone. On easy, new gamers are going to be able to get into it right away, and on normal mode, there's going to be quite a challenging, character action experience. In Knack, we have drop-in, drop-out co-op, so anytime you plug in a second controller or a Vita, as is the case with Remote Play, you can hit start and play as Robo-Knack. When you look at Knack, he's made up of relics in different parts, and he'll go from being about 3 feet tall to about 30 feet tall. The idea is to keep getting bigger and bigger and taking on bigger and bigger enemies, so when he's in an area with a lot of wood, he'll grab those wood pieces, he can be lit on fire and break down doors. When he's in an ice cave, he'll take on ice pieces and he'll grow and melt depending on the sunlight. We purposely kept the controls pretty simple. We're only using the left stick, the right analog stick, and the 4 face buttons, so anybody can really pick it up and play. We really have made something special. I think it's something everyone can relate to, and we'll have a lot of fun experience.
And we are back in New York City, and the tension is palpable. PS4 will be here in North America in just a few precious minutes. Let's keep going, though. We've got a lot more to talk about. Here's a fun fact. Virtually all of PS4's launch lineup is displayed at a native 1080p resolution. That's called Full HD. And it's time to add another name to that list. I touched base with the guys behind Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
It's a fun time to be a developer. With Assassin's Creed, we always push credibility. We pushed ourselves to say, how can we bring a new gaming experience to players? Because I think that's what people expect when they have a new generation of consoles. It's experience a world or a game that they've never had before. So when it rains, when it's windy, when a character interacts with the foliage, it'll actually react to them. And, this is just to make you believe in that world that much more. And we have a lot of this stuff, whether it's the sails of the ship, the sun and how all the god rays that come in through the foliage, all this kind of stuff, the atmosphere of a jungle. And this is just the hardware side of things. On a gameplay side, we have a lot of really cool extra features that we take advantage from the PS4. We have Evelyn. We're really happy with her as a character in the universe. She has a huge fan base. There's a lot of people that loved her on the Vita. And it's exciting for us to tell more about her and to give those fans something extra. And beyond that, we have Remote Play with the PS Vita, and this is exclusive to the PS4. We didn't know what we were expecting, but when we saw it and when I actually held it in my hand, it was absolutely beautiful. I can speak till I blue the face about it, but people can check it out themselves, and we're super excited with the way it looks and the way it plays on the PS4. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, it's already out on the PS3, and of course, in a couple hours, it'll be launched on the PS4, and so you'll get to play it in all its glory.
Any minute now, Jeff Keighley and Spike will be here to show you what's coming next on PS4. But we saved one more game just for us. That would be Octodad, Dadliest Catch, the indie hit that's captured minds and hearts worldwide. We checked in with the team at Young Horses to see what makes Octodad an organic hit.
So for Octodad being on PlayStation 4, it's been pretty great for us. It was originally a PC game, and moving him around with the mouse can get pretty tiring if you play for any more than 20, 30 minutes. But with the DualShock, it feels really nice because you got the controller in your hand, and walking around is just a matter of using the R1, R2 triggers and the control sticks. First game you were kind of reserved to the house. In Deadliest Catch, you get to leave the house and go to places like a church, a grocery store, an aquarium, and the aquarium is a bit difficult for Octodad. What we're most proud of with Deadliest Catch is that it's gone so far, and yet we've been able to kind of hold on to what it's about, what we kind of want to get across with the value of family, and it's kind of a game for everyone in that most people have something they don't necessarily love for other people to know about, but still want to be accepted, and I think Octodad kind of covers that feeling, and that's how people relate.
That's it for me, but I leave you in the capable hands of Jeff Keighley and Spike TV. They've got a lot more PS4 goodness in store. And we're just about an hour from the launch of PS4 here in North America, so if you pick it up, be sure to stop by PlayStation Blog and let us know what you think.
Gamers have been waiting 7 years for tonight, the launch of the next PlayStation. And Spike's live here in New York City for an epic night of surprises and exclusive world premieres of games like Destiny, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Last of Us, and infamous Second Son. So join us as we count down to midnight and get a glimpse at what's next. This is PlayStation 4 All Access Live. Greatness awaits. PlayStation Nation, you are less than 60 minutes away from greatness. Hey everybody, I'm Jeff Keighley, live here at the Standard Hotel in New York City, where PlayStation has taken over the meatpacking district to usher in the PlayStation 4. But tonight, as gamers around the country wait in line, we're doing something a little bit different for you guys. We're giving you a glimpse at where PlayStation is headed next, with exclusive news and announcements, just like E3 or the VGAs. So to kick things off, they're heroes to gamers around the world. The CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment America, Jack Tretton, and the president of Sony Computer Entertainment Inc., Andrew House. Let's bring him up. Andy, great to see you.
Good to see you.
Jack, great to see you as well. Guys, there's so much energy here in New York. We've got gamers lined up around the block. Andy, how does it feel to be launching PlayStation 4 here in New York where you announced it?
You know what? It feels like it's the culmination of a fantastic and but very long journey. But we couldn't be happier to be here in New York. We feel that we've got a great product. We've got a great set of game experiences for people. And now it's about, delivering that finally into the hands of our consumers.
You were walking the line earlier, Jack, meeting the gamers that have come to really, love PlayStation, I think, in an even bigger way this year. How does it feel for you, having been in the business for as long as you have?
I've always said PlayStation Nation energizes me. Those are the guys that pay our salary. They get me to wake up every morning and love my job, so I'm appreciative of every one of them.
And you guys are going to be giving back tonight, Jack, because you got some big surprises for the fans, too, right?
A lot of good news, a lot of surprises.
All right, well, we're going to get right into it in a minute. Guys, we'll be with us all night, of course. Now, PlayStation Nation is well represented here in New York tonight, so let's head over to my co-host, Amanda McKay, who is with a bunch of gamers who got in line on Wednesday to be the first to buy PlayStation 4. Amanda?
Thank you, Jeff. Amanda McKay here, and yes, I am lucky enough to be here with the people who will be the very first in the world to play the new PlayStation 4. So first off, are you guys ready? You pumped up? They're stoked. Okay, Jamal, come over here. I want to talk to you. Why was it so important for you to not only brave the line, but also the weather to be a part of PlayStation history tonight?
Because it took how long to come out? I don't want to wait any longer. Why wait? It's coming out today. We're here. Yeah, nothing else better to do. Just get it.
So I know that you guys have been in line literally all day. How have you been passing the time?
Joking, talking, free stuff. They got a drone hovering around.
You got some swag. Okay, so what's the first game you're putting into your PS4 when you get it home?
The game I want to play is Call of Duty Ghosts. All right. I have to. I played it already for the PS3.
It's almost time. It's almost time. All right, well, we are going to keep waiting patiently over here and hanging out. But in the meantime, back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Amanda. Well, tonight Sony is launching PlayStation 4 here in New York City, which is appropriate since this is the city where the console was announced back in February. Andy, what has been the highlight for you this year?
I think the highlight for me was probably a two-parter. It was looking at the final two hardware designs in my office and finally saying, that's the one. And then just a few months later, being able to unveil it to the world at E3 and show everybody what we've been working on for so long. It's got to be one of the highlights of my year.
Well, Jack, I think I might know what your highlight is, but tell us anyways.
Well, it's definitely E3. I mean, that is our Super Bowl every year, and just to know that we have the development community on our side and we clearly had the gaming community on our side left me very confident coming out of E3.
All right, well, now all year long, Sony has shown that it has been for gamers. So before we look forward with some world premieres, we thought we'd look back at an epic year for PlayStation.
February 2013, New York City. PlayStation's epic year began when they announced to eagerly awaiting fans a next-generation console more powerful than the PlayStation 3.
This is the PlayStation 4.
And all eyes were on the system's lead architect, Mark Cerny.
We did a post-mortem on PlayStation 3. We looked at what had worked and what had not. All we knew at that time was that we wanted to build the world's most powerful game console.
The result? a next-gen system more powerful than the PS3, with more memory, faster processors, and a newly designed controller and slimmer console. June 2013, Los Angeles. Through months of rumors and speculation, PlayStation's Jack Tretton takes the spotlight with game-changing news.
Globally, there are more than 140 games in development. PlayStation 4 won't impose any new restrictions on the use of PS4 gamers.
Jack announced that we were going to allow gamers to play the games the way that they wanted to. The crowd just went wild.
I'm out. Drop the mic. There you go. Trenton dropping the mic.
Since Jack's mic-dropping announcement and reveal, there have been over 1 million pre-ordered units ready to be delivered to doorsteps on launch day.
We focused on making the hardware easy to use, and a result of that is the launch lineup, which is the strongest in PlayStation history. But at the same time, we also focused on putting in a lot of very detailed features in there that the developers will really be digging in and using in years to come.
All right, I'm now inside the Standard with the first 100 fans in line. You guys ready? All right, these guys will be getting their hands on PS4 in just a few minutes. But now let's get to one of tonight's big exclusives. A major highlight for PlayStation fans this year was the release of The Last of Us, an incredible new adventure from Naughty Dog, the creators of a franchise named Uncharted. You guys like Last of Us, Uncharted? All right, well, now to give us a first look at what we can look forward to next, I'm joined by two friends of mine, Evan and Christoph, the co-presidents of Naughty Dog. Guys, it's so great to have you here in New York City. Incredible year for The Last of Us. Let's get right into it. We know that you're doing a story-based DLC that's going to be coming out sometime soon. What can you tell us about it, Evan?
Well, anything I told you about the story might spoil the teaser that we put together, so why don't we just start with that?
All right, let's take a look at it. Last of Us DLC.
No way.
Ellie! Oh, are you kidding me? Come on.
All right. The Last of Us Left Behind. Tease of a new character there, Christoph?
Yeah, you're playing as Ellie, and as you can see, like, she is not alone. She's with her good friend Riley, and they're gonna have an adventure that's probably gonna change their life forever.
Very cool. It's such a powerful story. We can't wait to see where you guys are going with it. We want to thank you for coming by and kind of giving us a sneak peek of what we can expect from that DLC, I think, in early 2014. So thanks again, guys. Are you excited to be hanging out with the crowd here?
Yeah, this event is amazing, and it's just nuts to be able to celebrate the launch of the PS4 with the fans.
Awesome.
And in fact, we actually have something else that we want to share with the fans.
All right.
Let's
take a look.
Let's take a look.
Some chains can never be broken. I lost 15 years, buried alive, erased. You left me, rotting in that hellhole, and never looked back. But you can't outrun the past. And when it catches up, when all your lies collapse around you, I'll be there, sifting through the wreckage. You owe me.
There you have it. A new Uncharted for PlayStation 4. Obviously, your next project. So that teaser, I'm sure, is already being pulled apart on the internet by the fans. Evan, what can you tell us? Is it a Nathan Drake story? Is it a new character? What can you tell us?
You're just going to have to wait, but you're right. If you do pick through that trailer you just watched, I think you'll find some hints.
All right, Christoph, you guys redefined cinematic action on PlayStation 3 with Uncharted, that franchise. What can we expect on PS4?
I mean, we're going to be pushing like storytelling and performance capture, like always. But like graphically, I think we're going to see a big jump with what the team is working on right now. And I think people will be just pretty amazed with just like all the good stuff that's happening at New York today.
All right, guys, we cannot wait to hear more about this game. Brand new Uncharted, big news tonight. All right, well, if the internet can take it, there are still more surprises to come. After the break, we'll get an exclusive new look at the first big PlayStation 4 game of 2014, infamous Second Son. And later, Hideo Kojima will bring us an exclusive new look at Metal Gear Solid 5. Don't miss it.
Your door is here, beyond which lies the treasure of the ages.
There's some writing here. It's not good news. It says that beyond this door is tremendous danger.
Now, how long will it take us to get there?
We're going there?
What are you doing in my village?
I brought help.
I think I'm the key. What are you trying to accomplish, Victor? World conquest?
Nothing so mundane, I assure you.
We won't rest until every human is dead.
Someone could get hurt.
Oh, no. We've got company.
Stop him.
Is Red bad? Oh yeah, Red's back.
PlayStation. PlayStation.
As the clock gets closer to midnight, PlayStation fans inch closer to greatness. They're behind me. You guys are in line for PS4. You're going to get it in a second. We're live here in New York, where all week Sony has been celebrating the dawn of a new generation. In fact, this entire hotel has become PlayStation Central, where developers, press, and fans have come together to celebrate where gaming is going next.
Tonight we're here at PlayStation 4 launch event. It's amazing. We've got LED floors outside that you can jump on and dance. We've got huge projectors that are like projecting stuff all over the sides of buildings. We've got literally everywhere I look, there's video screens playing PS4 games. We've got all the development community, all the media is here, publisher here. It's amazing to be here in all this energy in New York City.
I think it's amazing what Sony has done with the Standard Hotel.
I'm Daniel Suarez. I'm the VP of Production at Activision on the Call of Duty franchise, and we're here in New York at the Standard Hotel for the PlayStation 4 review. Being here at the Standard Hotel, it's pretty amazing. Just as a game fan myself, seeing everybody here that's congregated to get together to celebrate the PS4.
It's pretty amazing what they're doing for the launch of this console and the support they're giving smaller studios like us and giving us our own demo room, just helping with the exposure for the game in general, and us being able to be here when it launches is something I don't think we'll ever get to necessarily experience again in the same way.
Right now, they're playing a big match of Killzone multiplayer. We've got a tournament going on to see who's the best player. I got my money on this guy. He looks pretty amazing.
Today has been about all access to everybody that's here. You can play any game, ask any question.
We know how to do launch parties. Taking over an entire hotel in New York City has been phenomenal. It's video games, man.
What's up, everyone? Daniel Kaiser here in San Francisco, where it is launch night for the PlayStation 4. I've made a few hundred friends here. Everybody excited to get their console? As you can see, the crowds are super excited to get their PS4s. Because of time zone, we're going to be a little later than you guys in New York. So to help us with the wait, we've got Nate Fox from Sucker Punch. How's it going, Nate? Good to see you, man. Congratulations, PS4 launch night. You stoked?
Yes, it's very nice.
It is. Now, of course, you have the PS4 exclusive title, Infamous Second Son. The franchise got its start on the PS3, but now it's going to get amped up on the PS4. Tell us what we can expect.
Yes, PlayStation 4 is spectacular. It lets us build a very, very realistic city where you can kind of believe in everything thanks to dynamic weather and reflective lighting and really great performances from actors that you can represent with this detail that we've never been able to do before. And we make all that reality so that we can tear it to shreds when we give you superpowers.
Yes, you guys have talked about a couple of the superpowers that are in the game, obviously central to what Second Son is all about. But we have a new trailer tonight, so what are we going to see in the new trailer for Second Son?
All right, so in the past we've shown Delsin's ability. Delsin's our new hero, by the way.
Right.
His ability to use smoke to kind of move swiftly through town, climb up buildings effortlessly. But tonight, we're going to show more of his neon powers. This really cool skill to kind of zap people at a distance and move through the city faster than video games let you done in the past.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait, and there's some very special information at the end of the trailer, correct? Uh-oh, you better stick around until the very end.
Who let that out?
I don't know,
Who
not
let it
me.
out?
Here we go. Infamous Second Son on PS4 All Access.
Hey! Hey! You guys need any help? It's one of those freaks! Whoa! No! Oh, this fast healing stuff is gonna come in real handy. Reggie, I did this. And I gotta fix it.
I wish I could eat your cancer when you turn black. Hey, wait, I
All right, 3/21/14 for Infamous Second Son. All right, we're back live in New York City, and there's more to come, including a new look at Destiny with Bungie. But Amanda, right now, how are the fans holding up?
We are doing great outside here, Jeff. All of the gamer love is keeping us warm. Right now, I want to introduce you to Carlos, who is here all the way from Colombia. And I understand you planned your vacation to be in the United States for the PlayStation 4 launch, and then you just stumbled across this party. How did that happen?
Yeah, I was planning to go to a GameStop Best Buy to get my console, but then I was walking around the party and I saw the PlayStation logo and said, like, what's that? And I asked and just go in line, and I'm the 89 in line to get my PS4, so that was so lucky for me.
That's amazing. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. Yeah. Great. Well, you've only got a little bit left to wait. Congratulations. Okay, we have still got PlayStation 4s to give away to the lucky fans who entered the hashtag MyPlayStationMemory contest. And stay tuned. We've got plenty of surprises to come, including the first look at Sony's top secret research and development lab, Hideo Kojima with a special Metal Gear Solid 5 announcement, and more live from New York City.
Next Gen is here, and GameTrailers.com is the destination for all the latest news and videos in the industry we all know and love. For more original shows you can't find anywhere else, like The Final Bossman and Pack Attack, to our video reviews and previews, incredible features, and everything in between, GameTrailers.com is here to be your guide as we take steps from one generation into another. He's just some guy who works in a cubicle that likes video games. Not a big-name corporate man or some Johnny Wise guy, he's just a regular old Kyle Bosman.
Why?
Every Wednesday morning, Kyle brings us his unique take on the game industry in a way only he can deliver. In The Final Bosman, only on GameTrailers.com.
Critics believe in Chris Angel's new series, the must-see television event of the fall.
Oh my God.
Houdini, who? Death-defying and vastly entertaining. Chris Angel Believe, new episodes, Tuesdays at 10 on Spike. The world's greatest kickboxers clash in the world's most famous arena. Glory comes live from the MSG Theater, where a one-night tournament will crown a new lightweight world champion, plus a main event showdown between Joe Schilling and Wayne Barrett. Glory 12, Saturday, November 23rd, live on Spike.
Next Gen is here, and everything is changing. From the way we play games to the business behind the curtain, Game Trailers has its pulse on the industry. Join video game journalist Jeff Keighley as he sits down with the biggest names in video games to discuss the topics that matter to gamers and the industry at large in the bonus round every Sunday at noon on GameTrailers.com. There's something special about video games. We know it, you know it, and no matter how many generations of consoles we go through in our lives, it's always hard to say goodbye. As we move into Next Gen, we wanted to honor the last generation in this special feature only available on GameTrailers.com. We asked guests from across the industry to join us and share their favorite moments in a multi-part special feature called I Love Last Gen. And you'll never believe what they had to share. So join us right now at GameTrailers.com to celebrate the end of one era in gaming and usher in another, because in the end, we love Last Gen.
Tuesdays on Spike. Chris Angel and his team take you behind the scenes to witness the method to his magic.
Let's not hide anything from the public. Let's show them the process.
If Shaq can float it, you can float it.
Oh, hell no. For the very first time, we're giving up some secrets.
It's like the ultimate table of death.
Exactly.
Chris Angel, Believe. New episodes, Tuesdays at 10 on Spike.
I'm a brawler. Those type of fights that I like.
MMA icon Quentin Rampage Jackson makes his Bellator debut live and free on Spike when he battles Joey Beltran.
I'm a real fighter, and we're going to find out on November 15th if he still wants to be one, too. So they lock their cage. I'm a Joey Beltran up.
Plus, the heavyweight title is on the line when Alexander Volkov battles the undefeated Vitaly Minakov.
Russian fighters never back down.
Bellator MMA live tomorrow at 9 on Spike.
The man, the myth, the legend, Michael Pachter answers the questions gamers have worldwide in GameTrailers.com's weekly original show, Pack Attack. Join the video game analyst every Saturday at noon as he dishes out the numbers, says it like it is, and makes predictions that leave the industry buzzing.
That's what's going on outside. That is the Matrix out there, okay?
Only on GameTrailers.com.
All right, we are back here at the Standard Hotel. Many more games to come, but you're probably wondering about the future of the PlayStation 4. Where does it go next? Well, tonight we're taking you inside a new lab at Sony, the Magic Lab, to learn all about where PS4 could go next from a technology perspective. Check this out.
Hi, I'm Richard Marks.
And I'm Anton Mikhailov.
This is Magic Lab. One of the things we do at Magic Lab is prototype things. Instead of just trying to figure out theoretically whether something will work or not, we actually just build it and try it, and that seems to work the best.
Magic Lab brings together the creative visionaries behind the PlayStation Move iToy camera and their latest contribution, the DualShock 4 controller and camera for PlayStation 4.
The first thing we focused on is taking all the features from the DS3 that were good and making them better. The light bar serves two distinct purposes. The first one is to communicate the player. On the PS4, we've simplified that, so now you have a color. That way it's a lot easier to tell who's playing what character on the screen. The touchpad has a lot of interesting uses in menu navigation. A lot of the times in games you have to manage an inventory or a map or something like that, and that can be tricky to do with a D-pad or an analog stick. So using the touchpad you can very quickly go through large sets of data. So it's very useful for that kind of thing.
What could be next? Magic Lab gave us an exclusive sneak peek at a new top-secret experiment, player eye tracking.
There's lots of ways that we can use eye tracking, actually. We can use it to kind of steer the camera around, so what you're interested in, it'll move the camera automatically to look at it. We can use it as kind of an aiming mechanism, so if you want to shoot or cast a spell or something in a direction, it just does it in whichever direction you're looking. We can use it as a selection mechanism. We can use it as something that lets characters in the game have more intelligence because they know what you're interested in as well. It's awesome.
And beyond eye tracking, Magic Lab revealed that it's working on a truly out-of-this-world partnership.
One of the third parties we're working with is NASA and JPL, and actually that project is really looking at how PlayStation 4 could be used as a way to help feel like you're exploring space along with NASA and seeing new things for the first time through PlayStation 4 interface. We feel that when people get a PlayStation 4, that's just the beginning. Actually, Magic Lab is looking at the future and what new technologies will impact people's gaming experience. We'll be communicating with our customers about that and let them know what we're working on, and then they'll get to know what's coming along next.
Bow before me! That stuff is so cool. The player eye tracking, it's like replacing the right analog stick with your eyes. Amazing stuff. All right, well, tonight's not all video game fans have to look forward to this year because in 3 weeks, Spike's Video Game Awards are back and bigger than ever. Get ready for VGX, an all-digital, all-day binge for gamers featuring 3 hours of world premieres, next-gen demos, and more gaming action. VGX streams live Saturday, December 7th at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific on Spike, Comedy Central, MTV, Game Trailers, and even directly on your PlayStation. Stay tuned for that. Amanda, what's going on with the fans?
Oh, we're just getting more and more pumped up for midnight. I've made my way inside, and we are also checking out the hashtag MyPlayStationMemory. Have you shared your PlayStation memories yet? Right now, I'm here with Henry from Los Angeles. Tell us quickly about one of your favorite PlayStation memories.
Right, it was when I was 14 years old, I bought the first PlayStation, played Crash Bandicoot, Twisted Metal all day.
And here you are now for the launch of the PS4. Awesome. Okay, well, coming up, we are going to announce the winners of the hashtag MyPlayStationMemory contest, also known as the guys and or gals who are getting their PlayStation 4s for free. Plus, Bungie's Pete Parsons will take us on a trip to the world of Destiny.
My first PlayStation memory, I worked in Japan.
PlayStation.
I worked for the launch of very first PlayStation. So I went to the large electronics store in Shinjuku. I stand watching a line of people to wait for the launch of original PlayStation. The people looked very, very happy picking up PlayStation. So that was my first PlayStation memory.
PlayStation.
You have no idea how sickening this is to us. Forced to live here, alongside the people who destroyed our planet.
We must have the right to defend ourselves against foreign aggressors, and by whatever means necessary.
If we didn't know it before, we know it now. The Hellgast mean to destroy us. We have nothing but a wall to separate us from this evil. It is only a matter of time. They will attack again.
Your beliefs have failed you. They have led you into the wilderness. Alone. Without faith.
PlayStation.
My name is Abigail Walker, but my friends and enemies call me Fetch. I've never hurt an innocent person in my life.
Hey, Reg, that conduit struck again. Gotta stroll through the security checkpoint first, and then I'll scope it out.
That's 2 out of 3.
Brother? Whatever. Come on, get up. Get up. I know just where to put filth like this. She won't be hurting anybody else. What do you think I'm doing to the DUP?
When it comes to conduits, it's my call. Not yours, not ours, mine.
I love meeting new people.
PlayStation.
Rated M for mature.
Have you ever been disrespected? Forced to follow orders? Would you rather break free and live by the creed of a pirate? Are you ready to fight for the freedom to do whatever you want? Are you driven by reckless desire? Calling the ruthless, fearless masses, willing to pledge allegiance to no one? Calling all who are ready to unite under the black flag.
PlayStation.
All right, we're back, and we've got more surprises ahead before the midnight launch of PS4. Now, what can we expect from the next generation of games from Sony's own studios and third-party publishers? We got the answers from Sony Worldwide Studios President Shuhei Yoshida and SCA VP of Publisher Relations, Adam Boyce.
This year's been awesome, and the launch of PS4 reminds me a lot about when we were working on the launch of the very first, PlayStation. So I feel really great.
It's been exciting. All the different beats along the year. It feels like we were only here yesterday, Shu, announcing the PS4.
So on to the games.
Assassin's Creed looks phenomenal on PS4. It's actually one of the first builds that I had in my office when I got my my test kit of PS4. So literally, the first thing I did is I jumped off a boat, tried to hijack another boat in the middle of the open ocean. A couple sharks were on my back, though. I think Dying Light looks phenomenal as well on PS4. That game just scares me so bad. As soon as it goes to nighttime, all the zombies get super, super difficult. So what I try to do is just climb to the highest area on a building and just hide, cower in the corner, and hopefully they don't find me. We're very proud to announce a huge exclusive here. We've got Towerfall coming for PlayStation 4, Towerfall Ascension. So brand new levels. We've got 50 new levels coming. We've got all kinds of new modes. I know, Shu. We get to play it on a PS4.
PS4.
On the PS4.
Wow.
4 players. It's amazing. Witcher 3 looks phenomenal. I think when you're running around that whole open world, it just on PlayStation 4, it just looks like nothing I've seen before. So it's exciting to get, play as Geralt and go around and assassinating fools. It looks phenomenal. I can't wait.
So what about Sony's first-party studios in 2014 and beyond?
We have 16 internal worldwide studios, and all the studios have PS4 games under development. We are continuing with some of the big franchises, but many studios are trying out something new.
We asked Shu to give us one word to describe some upcoming projects.
To me, the word epic comes to my mind. I would say panic. I think that will be totally extraordinary. But I'm so scared to say anything.
So scared is fair.
Scared. It's like deposition, right?
And of course, I had to ask about The Last Guardian.
Looks pretty.
So did he play it?
I did pick up the controller.
All right, but was it a DualShock 3 or 4?
I don't recall.
Now that the fun's over, it's time to get down to business.
We'll throw some money down, have some money matches, Shu.
Yeah.
20. Like that? Alright, let's do this. Kill zone. Pretty sharp, Shu. Ah! You got me? How is that possible? Okay, fine. I can't believe that.
Pretty cool. All right, well, they like that one. All right, one of the biggest third-party games coming for the PlayStation 4 next year is Destiny from Bungie, the creators of Halo. And I'm now joined by Pete Parsons from Bungie for a new look and a special announcement. Pete, it's great to have you here. How does it feel to be with the fans here on launch night?
It's so awesome, Jeff. I mean, from the entire Bungie team, it's just so exciting to be a part of the PlayStation 4 launch. Thank you all very, very much for having us here.
Absolutely. Well, Pete, you were here in February, the announcement. You guys were with them at E3, and now you're obviously here to show something new in a second. But let me ask you about this game. You guys are obviously known for Halo and that incredible shooter franchise, but I know Destiny is a very ambitious project for the entire studio. Tell us what makes that different than just your typical shooter.
Yeah, I mean, it's like nothing we've ever done before. I mean, certainly we're making a shooter, but how do we set out and redefine what shooters mean? What does the next generation look like? How do we build this huge new universe, put it in a persistent world, so you and your friends can ultimately become legend? And it's pretty ambitious, but I think we're going to get there.
Well, you've been showing us little teases throughout the year, and I know tonight you brought something really special for the fans that have been waiting, right?
Yeah, well, just for Sony and Spike TV, we brought our own exclusive trailer, and we hope to show it you now. It's in-engine, so we should roll it.
Let's take a look at it. Brand new look at Destiny, only here. Pete, amazing trailer. Looks
Thank you very much.
amazing.
The entire team's been working super hard on it. We're very, very excited for Destiny to come out in 2014.
Yes, so 2014, let's talk about that. You guys have mentioned, the beta is going to be coming in spring. Right. We're excited to obviously go hands-on with that. And I know tonight you've got a special announcement for PlayStation Nation.
Yeah, well, what you probably know is that you need to pre-order Destiny so you can get access to the beta. But here tonight, in partnership with Activision and Sony, we're going to give first access to the PlayStation Nation, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3 owners.
Wow. All right, so Destiny beta is coming first to PS3 and PS4.
Absolutely, yep.
Well, that's pretty exciting news. We cannot wait to go hands-on with this thing. I know the team is working incredibly hard, so my shout-outs to them up in Seattle.
They are, and thank you very much. We really appreciate it from the entire team. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you, Pete, very much. Still ahead, I've got 3 words for you. Metal Gear Solid. Hideo Kojima joins us next to show off new footage and make another special announcement just for PlayStation fans.
The PS4 launch will give indie titles a chance to take center stage on their biggest platform ever.
We're developing the world's best indie game portfolio across all PlayStation platforms.
And joining this indie revolution are the developers over at Double Fine, who have been working on DLC for the PlayStation launch title, The Playroom.
So the Playroom is a collection of kind of augmented reality interactive experiences using the PlayStation 4 camera and the DualShock 4 controller. It's going to kind of introduce you to all of the awesome things that you can do with the hardware, the new controller and the camera, and that's actually where we come in as Double Fine. We're doing a DLC package with Sony Japan to be the first DLC that's released.
Also getting in on the action is Braid creator Jonathan Blow, with his new 3D puzzle adventure, The Witness.
The Witness is a game about exploring a mysterious abandoned island and solving puzzles that you find there. The game is designed in a way that's a little bit reactionary or learning from the way that previous graphic adventure games have been designed. So the idea is to do that sort of genre of game, but with modern technology, where you can wander through an open world. The Witness is coming out in 2014 as soon as we get it done.
From sci-fi shooters, octo adventures, and mysterious puzzle-filled islands, developers are creating a new generation of indie games, thanks to the power of the PlayStation 4.
Gen is here, and GameTrailers.com is the destination for all the latest news and videos in the industry we all know and love. For more original shows you can't find anywhere else, like The Final Bossman and Pack Attack, to our video reviews and previews, incredible features, and everything in between. GameTrailers.com is here to be your guide as we take steps from one generation into another. He's just some guy who works in a cubicle that likes video games. Not a big-name corporate man or some Johnny Wise guy, he's just a regular old Kyle Bosman.
Why?
Every Wednesday morning, Kyle brings us his unique take on the game industry in a way only he can deliver. In The Final Bosman, only on GameTrailers.com.
Critics believe in Chris Angel's new series, the must-see television event of the fall.
Oh my God.
Houdini, who? Death-defying and vastly entertaining. Chris Angel Believe, new episodes, Tuesdays at 10 on Spike. The world's greatest kickboxers clash in the world's most famous arena. Glory comes live from the MSG Theater, where a one-night tournament will crown a new lightweight world champion, plus a main event showdown between Joe Schilling and Wayne Barrett. Glory 12, Saturday, November 23rd, live on Spike.
Next Gen is here, and everything is changing. From the way we play games to the business behind the curtain, Game Trailers has its pulse on the industry. Join video game journalist Jeff Keighley as he sits down with the biggest names in video games to discuss the topics that matter to gamers and the industry at large in the bonus round every Sunday at noon on GameTrailers.com.
My first PlayStation memory, Rayman. That's the first game I worked on back in 1994 at Ubisoft. Those were good times.
First time I saw Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation 2, that's when I got hooked on the PlayStation virus.
My first PlayStation memory's got to be Super Puzzle Fighter. Every single lunch hour, I played for an hour tournament straight, hammering on that PS1 controller. Then when I went to Capcom, I got to do the HD remix of it, so it was an amazing way to bring it back to the platform.
All right, welcome back live to New York, where we are less than a half hour away from the launch of Sony's next PlayStation. Right now, it's time to meet up with an old friend of mine. Last year, he surprised the world with the announcement of Metal Gear Solid 5 at Spike's Video Game Awards, and now legendary designer Hideo Kojima has something else to share with you about Ground Zeroes.
はい、皆さんこんにちは、小島秀夫です。今日は、プレイステーション4のローンチイベントのためにですね、ニューヨークに来てます。これからスパイク TV ご覧の皆様にだけですね、特別な映像、特別な発表をご覧いただきたいと思います。ソニーさんだけの独占コンテンツ、独占ミッションになります。メタルギアソリッドはですね、プレイステーションで15年前に生まれまして、プレイステーションとともに進化を遂げてきましたけども、これからご覧いただくデジャブミッションはですね、ほとんど15年間変わってないみたいな驚きを皆さんに与えているような、特別ミッションです。それではデジャブミッションをご覧ください。Enjoy!
Very cool. All right, now it's time to announce the winners of our PlayStation Memory Conference. Amanda, over to you.
That's right, Jeff. We have received so many great tweets, videos, and photos, but ultimately, these 4 superfans came out on top, so let's reveal our lucky winners. Congratulations to our first winner, Carolina DeBolt. Now you can spend every day with the fam on a PS4. Next up, Magnet RP. At least Silent Hill's Terror was able to bring you some joy. Our third winner, Pumpkin79. Okay, here, I have a pro tip for you. Don't share Killzone stories with your kid, at least for a little bit. And finally, the last hashtag, My PlayStation Memory PS4, goes to Reign of Fury, who said, Final Fantasy XII, The Great Crystal, got lost for days, mapped my escape, and beat the game. Congratulations to the winners, but meanwhile, people, midnight is almost here, which means it's almost time for the very first PlayStation 4 consoles to be sold to these very patient fans. Jack Tretton and Andrew House will be right back after this to ring in a brave new world of gaming. Don't miss it.
Who's that man with the three-piece suit? Making a doll with the log and fruit. Who's that man with the 8 strong legs? Tried to make me breakfast, but it broke my eggs. Nobody suspects a thing. He's got a good thing going. Nobody suspects a thing.
PlayStation. PlayStation. PlayStation.
All right, the fans are getting excited. Andy and Jack are here getting ready to sell the first PlayStation. We're literally minutes away from the official launch of PS4 and the dawn of a new day in console gaming. Now let's find out who's going to be first to get his or her hands on the world's most advanced gaming console. Amanda, who is lucky number one?
All right, Jeff, let me introduce you to Joey, who, yes, has the coveted spot first in line. Let's give him some props. This man has been waiting a while. So, Joey, first off, I got to ask you, how long have you actually been here waiting?
Oh, my goodness. I first got online yesterday morning at 9, and Sony was gracious enough to let me go back home for the evening and keep my spot in line because the fridge is cold and stuff.
It's very cold. So tell me what kind of things you had to miss in order to be here today. I mean, do you work? What's going on?
I hope I don't fail. I hope I don't get fired. That's all I'll say.
But why was it so important for you to be here tonight and to be a part of PlayStation history?
I remember a Sony exec, I forget if it was Jack Trent or not, but he said that you would be able to get a PS4 without pre-ordering at launch date, and I was like, I will take your word for it. And then Wednesday morning, I heard about this event, I was like, I have to go to this event. This is it.
And so now that you're here, you're first in line. Has it been living up to your expectations? Tell people at home a little bit about the energy in the room right now.
Can you feel it? Can you feel this energy?
People are getting amped up. Now, of course, you are literally minutes away from getting your hands on the PlayStation 4. Are you going to stay here and party, or are you going home to plug that baby in?
I'm going to go home, plug the baby in, and then drop dead on my bed.
What's the very first game you're going to put into the system?
Ooh, that's a good one. Juggle between Resogun and Neck.
All right, well, congratulations, everyone. Joey, back over to you, Jeff. Thanks.
All right, congratulations, Joey. You are going to be getting your PS4 along with everyone around the country in just a few minutes, and the moment has almost arrived, and we can't wait to bring it to you live here on Spike. Here's a sneak peek of some of the excitement coming soon on PS4.
Oh, this fast healing stuff is gonna come in real handy.
This is our day.
Pretty good indeed.
Amazing. So much excitement in this room. It's all happening.
Absolutely. Well, the time has come. Our friend Joey is about to buy the first PlayStation 4 in just a second. Hear from Jack and Andy. And lots of cool news tonight, obviously, with the announcement of the new Uncharted from Naughty Dog, one of everyone's favorite franchise. Pretty cool to have that unveiled. A lot of other cool content for PS4 and more news to come, I'm sure, in the weeks and months ahead, Amanda.
It's going to be a very exciting generation of gaming. And I mean, events like tonight only happen once a decade, so this is huge.
This is true.
Happy to be
PS4
here.
is about to be unleashed to the world. And over here, we've got Jack Tretton and Andrew House with Joey in the middle there. You guys make a good team. And it looks like you guys have something you need to hand over to them, right?
Oh, they're taking care of business.
A little Antonio Banderas for us there. All right, fantastic, Jeff. NeoGaf will love it. All right, well, great to see Joey at the first PlayStation 4. I think the cool thing is this is the first PlayStation 4 in the world because it's launching first here in America. So very exciting night for all of us.
Prestigious honor that Joey has received this evening.
People are going to be getting ready. We're about 30 seconds to midnight here when everyone can buy a PlayStation 4. And, of course, there will be many great games coming in 2014 and beyond. Well, that's going to do it for us, Amanda, right?
That's a wrap.
All right. Well, thanks so much for watching. Special thanks to Jack and Andy and everyone at PlayStation for joining us. Thanks to you guys for watching. Good night. And remember, greatness awaits when you pick up a PS4. We'll see you at the VGX on December 7th.